Hello, welcome to Law Talk. Today we're discussing Lake Winnebago Municipal Court. Lake Winnebago is right on the south side of Lee Summit, Missouri. It's off of Take 50 Highway down 291 south. It'll dip into the valley on 291. Lake Winnebago is going to be on your right-hand side or the east-hand side if you're handling south. Getting to the court's the simplest thing in the world. Simply take 291 Highway south. As you enter Lake Winnebago, go in the front exit, immediately take a right, and that's the big city hall, that big building right there. The court's on the right-hand side. Don't worry about parking in Lake Winnebago. There's a big parking lot there. The court does not fill up too much times, and you should be able to park right in front of the front door. Simply walk in the front door, go through the security checkpoint. The court's going to be on the right-hand side. They do have metal detectors at Lake Winnebago, so don't do something silly like taking a weapon in. It's not going to end well for you if you do that, okay? Dress appropriately for Lake Winnebago Court. Be as if you were going to church, okay? I see some people wearing pajamas into court, women dressing too provocatively, men showing up just after work, covered in dirt, covered in grime. That does not impress anybody. It's not going to impress the court. It's simply showing them a little bit of disrespect, and they're less likely to show you deference for not showing them respect. So dress appropriately for court. Be smart. When you go, you're going to want to show up about 10 minutes early. There's going to be a court clerk there. She's going to be having your case. You're going to want to check in with her. The reason why is you're more likely to get called early on the docket if you've checked in early. So it will save you time showing up a little bit early, and you'll run out of problems. Don't be showing up late for court. I don't care about your excuse. That's not going to end well for you. So don't do that. Get in, get out quickly. There are 3 types of punishments that are handed out in Lake Winnebago. Jail time, which is unusual. Fines, which is common. Convictions and probation. Okay? Your fines should go up to $225 per charge. That's fines plus court costs combined. So if you have 2 charges, the maximum you'd have to pay is $450, so forth. Jail time is unusual in Lake Winnebago. Unlike other courts, it's not normal for them to send people to jail. Your real risk is costs to you, money, and convictions on your permanent record. In lieu of jail, it's common for the court to put people on probation. That's simply where the judge is saying, look, you're going to go to jail, but if you do these few things, you won't get the jail. You may not even get convicted. The things that you have to do to promise to be on probation is, for example, not get arrested, not get charged again for a period of time, usually 1 or 2 years, and also perhaps take a class. Sometimes they do community service, but that's not normal out of Lake Winnebago. Classes are more normal. For example, you could have a S.A.T.O.P class and a victim's impact panel for a DWI. I've seen people have to take drug classes, alcohol drug education classes for drug charges. Can you handle Lake Winnebago yourself? In all likelihood, no. First of all, Bill Marshall, your prosecutor, won't talk to a defendant individually. There's an ethical obligation that he can't negotiate with people, can't give them advice, can't tell somebody who's not his client what to do. He represents the city, not you. You can't handle it yourself with the prosecutor. Not to mention you'd be making admissions to the opposition. Similar, Judge Jones can't offer you legal advice. A lot of people go into court and they ask the judge to tell them what to do. He's not your lawyer. Don't do that because he can't ethically give you legal advice. That's the reason why most people can't handle the things themselves. But there's a simple solution to this. Call an attorney that regularly practices in that area and ask him or her what should be done. If your case is so small that you don't need to hire an attorney to represent yourself, the lawyer will tell you that. Nobody's getting rich off Lake Winnebago Municipal Court cases. So if your case is that small, the lawyer's going to tell you, don't bother hire a lawyer for it, just handle it yourself. The majority of times, though, you are better off with a private lawyer. And the reason for that is several. First of all, time and inconvenience and stress to you, not knowing what to do, when to do, how to do it. Pay an attorney who does it for a living. They're quicker, more competent, and you can go about doing what you're best at. And more importantly, finances and money. For example, many traffic tickets are handed out for Lake Winnebago Municipal Court. Well, it's a proven fact from the Missouri Department of Insurance that the costs of having a ticket amended down are much, much less than hiring an attorney and having it paid into the court to do it. You'll be saving hundreds or thousands of dollars off of your insurance. So you're financially better off hiring an attorney to take care of that inconvenience time and conviction on your record. And naturally, you don't want something permanently appearing on your driving record, permanently appearing on your criminal record for something that you could, for a couple $100s, take care of. So typically the solution for what to do and how much to pay is simply call a private attorney. They'll be able to tell you straight, and if you don't want to pay them, then just say, I'm choosing not to hire you. But more than likely than not, you're going to be better off doing that. Are you entitled to a court-appointed attorney in Lake Winnebago Municipal Court? Probably not. And the reason why is two things have to be found for you to get a court-appointed attorney. First of all, you need to be found indigent with no money to pay for an attorney whatsoever. The court has to find that. That's not your opinion. That's the court's fact findings. The second, and more important, is that the prosecutor has to do a stipulation indicating that he is seeking jail time. If the prosecutor says, hey, I'm just going to convict her, I'm going to fine her money, but I'm not going to throw her in jail, you don't get a free attorney. So 99% of the time, nobody qualifies for a free attorney in Lake Winnebago Municipal Court. And frankly, in my opinion, you'd be better off with private counsel anyway, so it's not even worth a try. Continuances in court. The court will grant continuances. Judge Jones usually 1-2 continuances. Court is about, expect your court date to be about once per month, oftentimes on a Wednesday morning. And, if you give the judge a reasonable, I don't want to call it an excuse, but let's call it a reason for your continuance, he's more likely to grant it. What you don't want to do is simply appear to be procrastinating or putting off the inevitable. That happens a lot. People do that a lot. It's not wise. I'd recommend against it. However, if you're saving up the money and you're actually saving up money, not putting it off till time ends, then he'll probably grant it. Or if you're waiting for a suspension period on your driver's license, or if it's a car wreck case and you have to have insurance take care of it, they'll grant you those continuances. But don't expect to be able to delay your case more than, say, 3 months. That's Lake Winnebago Municipal Court. I hope that helps you. Check out our other videos for particular topics on specific issues. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Okay? Have a great day.